Just like a rock star.
Another puzzling social media post by Kevin Durant. During our KD discussion yesterday,
This
Chris,
is Groundhog Day.
you mentioned that Durant texted you saying, the guy you see now is the real me. The guy in OKC was the phony. I was just trying to please everybody. Well, after our social media team put that clip out there on Twitter, an OKC fan chimed in. My name is Kaylee tweeted, well, the guy you are now is a clown that no one respects or takes seriously, to which Durant responded, here's the clout you ordered, enjoy. Chris, your thoughts on KD's continued use of social media?
First of all, I'm not sure what that tweet meant. Here's the clout you ordered, enjoy.
Attention?
Yeah, maybe. Why would he give it to her, though?
I don't know.
I don't know what he meant. But I'm going to say this. Look. It doesn't look good, KD responding to just random fans on Twitter and all that. It makes him look sensitive, and we know he hates that. But I'm going to say this. It matters. It depends on what type of person you are. You have to know who you are. Now, when I covered the New York Knicks for the New York Times, there were players that would not read the papers. Because in New York, they were so critical, the tabloids and all that they just stayed away from it because they knew they didn't want the voices in their head, right? LeBron James, I think, remember, after his meltdown against Dallas in the finals, that's when he began going 0 dark 30 in the playoffs the following season. The rest is history. He didn't like that stuff being in his head. On the other side, Michael Jordan was a guy that loved the slights and loved the criticism and used it and even made some up to motivate himself. So it depends on what type of person you are. So I'm going to say this about Durant. If he is the type of person that can engage with all of these critics on social media, no matter how big or small they are, and still go out and be the best player in the world, arguably, or the second best player in the world, and still lead his team to win championships, then I have to admit, I'm fine with it. We might think it's immature. We might think it's foolish. We might think it's not befitting of an MVP and so on and so forth. But if he can still go out and ball,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I mean, you know?
Yeah, I understand that. Honest question, okay? You've been in this business for a long time. Is there any hesitance in what you said yesterday where it wasn't a text, it was a DM, right? It was a DM.
I don't know what the difference is, but yeah. What the difference is, but yeah.
Well, a DM is kind of it's supposed to kind of be private, right?
Not any more than a text.
Okay, but would you share a text if you're texting back and forth with KD?
If there's something that I felt like I could share, and no one said off the record in our conversation, and I didn't think this was inflammatory. So if it's something inflammatory, I'm going to go to the person before and say, look, I want to use this. You cool with it?
Did you go with him?
No, because it wasn't inflammatory. I asked KD, the guy I see now is different than the guy I saw in Oklahoma City.
Right.
So it looks like you kind of being phony.
Look,
now,
I think
I'm not being phony. This is the real me.
I'm not saying the fact that you communicated with him and that he gave you. I'm just wondering kind of the process.
Now, players who I talk to, players, coaches, executives, they know that I don't just spill beans, and when we having a confidential conversation or off-the-record conversation, no issue.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, he didn't come at you like you were CJ McCollum.
No, because
so here
I don't think KD minds. I mean, this is the real me. I don't think he minds.
And he has said that this is the real me. Right. I'm tired of it. I'm not.